Hi everybody, welcome back to Jaffa Cooks, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Middle Eastern dish called mutabal. Mutabal is made out of a simple ingredient, which is a vegetable called an eggplant or an aubergine. It's a very simple dish, a very delicate and nice dish. So I'm going to now literally take this and show you how to turn this into a really nice tasty mezze. Mezze is also known as a starter in Turkish. If you go to a Middle Eastern restaurant, you'll always find mutabal on the menu as a starter. So before I start, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love you to do so. Click on the bell icon, get the latest updates, find out what I'm up to. And if you really want me to have a go at any of your dishes that you're having trouble with or you'd like me to try out, please DM me. Okay, now before we start on an aubergine to make mutabal, how do you know which aubergine to basically choose? I mean, when you go out shopping, there's usually a number of aubergines. Find the one with the greenest stem, the one that has a tight skin and has a nice shine on it. And when you cook this off, and we're going to char this to give it that smoky flavour. I'm going to make some decent holes. I'd probably say a good 10 holes, just to let the hot air escape. So that's good 10 holes there. And how to cook this off, I've got one of these trays which has got holes in it. So I use this on my barbecue usually, but I'm going to show you how to cook it inside. If you haven't got one of these trays, you can cook it directly on the stove, or if you don't want to take the risk because it can get a little bit smoky, you can pop this in the oven as well. Okay, so I'll see you back at the stove and I'll show you what to do next. Welcome back everybody. So I've got my grill set up. So all I'm going to do now is basically place this on the tray, and basically the heat and the flames should start charring it. Keep an eye on it. What we do want is a low heat but a smoky flavor, so we want it to cook completely inside. And the only way to find out if it's completely cooked is when it becomes nice and soft. So every so often, every 3 or 4 minutes, just keep turning it, but eventually it'll basically shrivel up like a prune, and then that means that the moisture inside is dried up and it's cooked totally. So I'll see you back in about, I'd say a good 10 minutes, 12 minutes before this is totally done. Right, welcome back. So my aubergine is cooking away. As you can see, in certain areas you can see where I've made the cuts. The steam is allowed to escape. So I'm just going to carry on cooking the edges towards the end. They're a bit larger, so I'm going to just manage to cook them off. But you can see how soft it's become. That means it's pretty much cooked inside. There's a very strong charry smell in the kitchen. So inside it's going to really smell nice and smoky. So once I'm finished, I'll come back and show you what to do next. I'll see you shortly. Welcome back everybody. So this is my aubergine. It's nice and soft. It's a bit hot. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just quickly remove this and place this into a glass bowl. And I wanted to show you something, so I've left it in the glass bowl. Just to make sure it's nice and the skin is basically bubbling and comes off easily, I'm not going to take the stem off. I'm just going to place it in the glass bowl and pop a lid over it and let it sit for about 10 minutes so that it steams up, and then it'll be easier for us to take it off the skin. So I'll see you back at the preparation area in about 10 minutes. Bye for now. So my aubergine has been resting for a good 10-15 minutes, and there's a little bit of water in there, but it's still warm and it's fully cooked. So what I want to do now is basically take a sharp knife and from the top just cut down the middle, and a nice smoky smell coming out. Oh, beautiful. And the actual aubergine looks like that in the middle, so it's nicely cooked. So what we want to do is scoop out as much as possible the meat of the aubergine. So I'm just going to, with a spoon, just scoop out the inner part. Now try to refrain from taking any of the skin, but if small elements of skin do come, it's not a problem. That adds to the smokiness, but pop that in there. I've got some more. And what we want to do is cool this right down before we introduce other elements to it to finish it off. So I'm just going to take out as much as I can. Start off with a large aubergine, but when you're finished, there's not much meat in it. And there's a lot of moisture in it, there's a lot of air in there as well. So that disappears as well once you've cooked it off. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge now for about half an hour, let it cool down, and I'll come back and show you how to finish this mezze off. See you shortly. Welcome back, everybody. My aubergines for my moutabal have been in the fridge for about a good 20 minutes and they're nice and cool. So how do we assemble all this to make this into a nice starter? Literally just chop this up just to make it into a finer mix. It's already cooked. You don't really need to break it down. But because we're going to mix some other elements into it, we don't want strands of aubergine. So I'm just breaking those strands down. And that's it. And what I'm going to do next is just mix the remaining ingredients. Over here I've got a couple of different elements that I want to mix in. So I've got some yogurt. All the ingredients and the measurements are in the description below. I've got some tahini. Now, tahini is made out of sesame seeds. It's available pretty much everywhere. I've also got lemon juice. And I've got some garlic and salt. And this is the thing. It's so quick and easy to assemble this together. So you could really just cook off your aubergine in the morning, put it on the side. When you've got some time, just assemble it together, have some bread. And before you know it, it's ready to eat as a snack for the afternoon or a starter in the evening. It just really depends on you. Now all this is perfect starter with some nice bread. And all I'm going to do now is basically just now olive oil in Middle Eastern and Mediterranean actually, cooking and eating it's just a general household item. So we tend to use a lot of it as well during our cooking. So I'm just going to now drizzle some olive oil. I'm going to finish it off with some sumac. Yes, it's a Middle Eastern herb, spice actually. It smells of lemony, and there you have it. Nice piece of bread, maybe some basilama, pita bread. Enjoy. Tell me how it goes. I'll see you soon. Take care for now. Bye.